Fire Love Podcast. As always, it's your girl Dot.
And it's your boy Nate.
And you're listening to, what's it called? It's called Shawty. By who's this, man?
Binair, I believe his name is.
His name's kind of hard to say.
Yeah.
B-Noir. It's B''N-O-I-R. And if you're new to our channel, we always feature a brand new artist at the top. Let it ride. And while you're here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and also make sure you like. So, every episode, we always play Flames, Flicker, Smoke. It's either a situation or it's a couple, and we give our insight. And today, I want to play Flames, Flicker, Smoke with Kehlani and YG.
It's not a bad one. It's actually not a bad one.
What's your thoughts?
My thoughts. I don't believe in them. You know.
Really?
Yeah, I honestly don't believe they're really in love with each other. I don't believe it's like a relationship. I think it's a business move. You know, I don't want to go deep into it. You know, I don't want to throw people information out there and throw people under the bus or whatnot. But I do believe there's certain celebrity couples are together for business purposes only.
Do people do that?
Of course. I honestly believe people do that. You know,
like, when you say for business purposes, like they get together and that somehow makes them more famous, or like they about to have like a song come out, or more publicity, or being in the media.
It helps the music streaming world, and allow them to get more plays and more streaming numbers. When even like with drama, when you see like a perfect example, Meek Mill and Nicki Minaj, they had a little thing going
that
on.
was weird. And then they both dropped
music.
I don't know if that was a coincidence, but it was very weird. Okay, so are you giving YG and Kehlani a Flames, Flicker, or Smoke?
I'm giving them a Smoke.
Oh, well, just straight Smoke.
Yeah, Smoke.
Okay, I'm gonna give them a Flicker.
You always give people.
I do not always give people flickers.
You love flickers, man.
No, I be trying to give couples flames. I really be trying to give couples flames. Okay, I'm giving them a flicker because I think it's dope. They both represent Cali. Like, they both got that, like, hood love. I stand for a good hood couple, and they seem like a perfect hood couple. But I think that they got together, like, after they both had just had babies. So I was a little, like, I don't know. I don't have kids, but in my mind, when you have a child, like, that's your main focus. So for both of them to, like, fall into this new relationship, I was like, okay. But if it was for business purposes, I will say that Kehlani definitely probably gave him more clout. Love me some Kehlani, girl. Love me some you. And if it was a business move, I hope that you're the one getting the check. Okay, so today I am very excited about the topic because Nate and I have had many debates about this. Let me just say that now.
I'm excited to talk about it. I think I'm gonna be real 100 and honest with you guys about this topic. So
okay, so let me tell you what led us to this topic. I was on Facebook, and Dami Lee, she's an R&B artist. She had a post, and basically she like listed all these responsibilities that she needed from a man, and then she like flipped it, and she was like, doesn't that sound crazy? This is exactly how y'all sound, men, when you guys are asking women to cook, to clean, to pay half on the bills, to work out, to look nice. Like, we can't give you guys all of that because y'all are not, you know, putting in on your end. So it is what it is. And I was like, it went viral. Like, I didn't even see it on her page. I like saw it go viral, but it had her name in it. And I was like, man, this is good. Like, we need to talk about this. So, babe, do you have gender role expectations? Like, when you find your lady, you get your lady. When you found me, did you have expectations or requirements that you were expecting for me to do? Let's talk about it.
Yeah, definitely.
Let's talk about it. What were they?
I feel like every dude has a requirement. You know what I'm saying? I feel like if I'm with you, you should be able to provide for your own self in case of emergency.
Okay.
You gotta have some type of income on that's sitting on your bank account. Where if I fall off tomorrow, or I'm not able to work, how would you be able to provide for yourself and at least assist me in some kind of way?
Okay.
You know, so, and I do expect that you are very responsible, a woman that's very responsible, that can take care of her financial situation, her own personal bills, and even her health is very important. You gotta be aware of what's going on in your body. You gotta know if you have any type of symptoms that can affect us later on in the future if we do decide to take it there to the next level, to that family level, you know, that marriage level. It's a lot of things.
So what about like around the house, like gender roles, like things that are women's jobs or men's jobs?
I believe every woman should know how to cook. That's my perspective.
Do you expect your woman to cook for you?
Yeah.
Do you expect her to clean up for you, do the laundry?
I do expect all of those things, but I do understand there's a thing called assistance. Like I do believe that a dude should also help out when she's doing all of these things. She's cooking. Maybe I should cook also at some times. She's washing the dishes. I should wash the dishes also. If she's washing the clothes, I should do that also. You know what I'm saying? I believe
and
that.
And do you think that like guys have gender roles? Like what should a guy's gender role be?
I believe guys do have gender roles.
What is it? Like
provider.
What should they
you gotta
do?
provide. You gotta be the security guard. You gotta be the man that knows how to manage last minute decisions. Like if your woman doesn't know what to do at the last minute, you got to be the person to
make the decisions. Okay.
To make a decision for her, and all the handy work stuff in the house.
Okay.
Like mechanical car issues, I think a dude should be able to.
That's a good one. A lot of guys don't know how to change tires or do stuff with the car, and so
yeah.
I would say I definitely think that there are gender roles, but I think that I have like a more old school mentality.
Mm-hmm.
I agree with you. Every woman should still be able to hold her own, but it is interesting to me because I don't think that men all the time really understand how much work goes into housework. Like I think that men underestimate housework. Like, oh, it's just cooking and cleaning and not realizing how much prep, practice, and folding and putting away, and like managing a household is also a full-time job. So when a woman is going to work full-time so that she can pay those half of the bills that most men are asking and requesting for now, she also, once she gets off from that full-time job, has to clock into her full-time job, which is the household. Mm-hmm. And I think that men forget because they hit the door and it's like, oh, I'm done. Women hit the door and it's like, whoo, clock into shift number 2. Let me make sure dinner's ready. Let me get the kids together. Let me make sure that the laundry's ready for the next day. And I think what starts to happen because the times have shifted mm-hmm. is women get tired. They get worn out more quickly mm-hmm. and then they want more help from the guy. And that can kind of just like add friction in the household because the woman just is like, I'm doing too much. I'm doing everything. Like, oh my God, like I need help doing something. But a man sometimes feels like, oh, well, I'm going to work every day. Like I'm going to work every day. And a woman is like, I am too. Mm-hmm. I'm going to work too. Yeah. And like in the old days, women didn't go to work. Yeah. So they just got to do their, household jobs and household gigs, and that's what they did. So they weren't super tired and they weren't exhausted and they weren't overdoing it. But because the times have changed now, I feel like those gender roles got to switch a little bit. Like if women are going to work too, mm-hmm. then y'all got to start helping with the stuff around the house. That's just how I feel.
I'm with you.
You're with me.
Yeah,
I will say Nate is with me.
Yeah,
Nate does a good job of trying to help me when he can. But
I mean, for me, I don't speak for every dude. Let that be clear. The way I was raised and the way I was brought up, I'm from my culture is a Caribbean culture where the man has to be the provider, the man has to be the security guard, the man has to be the man to assist in time of needs. So I do understand a thing called partnership, and I do understand when to do it and when not to do it.
Partnership.
Do without asking. That's the thing. That's the
Do
thing I always
without
go.
asking.
I always go by, do without asking. I believe in that.
And you know, I don't think that there's anything wrong with gender roles. I think the issue usually stems or starts like when people aren't clear about them from the beginning. Like you guys kind of go into this relationship with these expectations in your head, but you don't ever say them out loud. So then you get into this relationship and he's like, "Oh, you don't cook?" And you're like, "No, I don't cook." And she's like, "Oh, wait, you want me to put down my car? You want me to pay half?" Like that's something. The gender roles, that's something that y'all got to discuss. Y'all got to be on the same page. Because I also feel like gender roles, they change from relationship to relationship. Like if the woman is making the most money and her job is, you know, the more demanding job, fellas, y'all gonna have to do the things that you normally wouldn't do. Or like maybe at this time in your life, like you're balling and babe, you like, I got it all. Don't touch none of the bills. Save it. You know, I think you have to be open and willing to change with where you are in life. For real. Because that's how you going to run yourself ragged anyway. Like if, babe, your expectation is for me to cook every night and to wash every night, but at this time in my life, work is really stressing me out. That's not going to work. And I don't think that we should hold each other like to that so much that it becomes a problem. Like you start getting mad, like I don't got dinner tonight, where I'm like, you asking me too many times to pay for this or to pay for that. I think like we got to be honest and know each other's situation. That's another one to really be able to make those decisions in the wisest way, in the way that it's going to help and benefit both of y'all. Like it's partnership, right?
Yeah, it's definitely partnership, and it's you can't be selfish, you know. You just have to understand what not to do and what to do at the same time. You know, it goes back to communication, understanding your partner's weaknesses, understanding why she can't provide, why she can't do your certain things at a certain time.
You gotta preach.
And you gotta be the guy to be like, you just have to open your eyes and see why, and just understand that she's putting in a lot of hours over here.
Preach.
So if I'm available to cook,
then
and if I can cook, I do it. And if you can't cook, then you learn how to cook.
Order some food, or try or call somebody. But like it's so important to be on the same page, and like you said, to have that communication. Because if you're not telling your boyfriend that this is not working right now, or like I'm putting in too many hours, I can't come home and do this too, he's not gonna know, and that's gonna start to strain y'all relationship. And same thing with the dude, like, you know, if he's working and money or hours are shorter than they usually are, and he's always pulling out his card to pay for the both of you guys, that's not fair for him either. Because at the end of the day, if y'all are still pulling from those funds, that's your funds too, sis. Like y'all have to think as one and not as individually. So if if your hours are short, or like money's not coming in the way it was before, I know that I need to start putting in a little more. Like it just shouldn't be one-sided either way. And that's how we do it. And it's different for every relationship. Every relationship is different. And that's what I'm saying. Y'all got to have that conversation with each other so y'all know how y'all want it to go moving forward.
Yeah, I'm with you. Like, this don't go for like everybody, you know. Like once again, I don't want y'all to come over here and bashing me and bashing her, but find out what works for y'all. And sit down and just organize what needs to be done.
Don't be distracted by what other people are doing, because that happens, ladies. That happens, okay? Sis be like, girl, he got me this, he got me that, he took me here, he took me there. And then you start looking at your partner like, whoa, dang, he didn't take me, or he didn't, but that's not where y'all are in y'all relationship. So now you about to create an issue in your relationship based off of somebody else, and y'all haven't gotten there yet. Or maybe y'all just passed that stage and now y'all are in the saving stage. Like, let everybody do them. Like, let everybody do them, and don't be distracted and start like bringing in outside people's relationships into yours.
Yeah, there's a struggle in every relationship. Every relationship have a stage that they have to go through, and it's a struggle, you know what I'm saying? But once you pass that stage of understanding, okay, this was, you know, your weakness, we figured it out, now let's focus on the bigger picture, you know. Either it's marriage, either it's getting a house, or either is getting a new car for the family, or whatever it is. It all got to be planned ahead of time. You know, I do believe in preparation, and I do believe that partnership is the key in a relationship, and just understanding each other.
And so fellas, y'all, they gotta ease up on us, babe. The fellas be like, shorty not cooking, shorty not cleaning, shorty need to have her own. Shorty do need to have her own, by the way. Shorty needs to have her own. But it's just like all these things that are thrown, and like even people when they're dating, like they have this idea of what it's supposed to be like, and if it's not that, then they don't, you know, go for it. Yeah. I'm not saying lower your standards, but it's
I don't think you should ever lower your standards. You know what I'm saying? If you want a certain type of dude, go for it. And if you find out that that was never your type, then you gotta search for the right person that pretty much fits your category, that fits your stage in life. I believe in, like, women should be able to provide like their own.
They should have their own.
I really believe in that, you know what I'm
saying?
But
you know, some dudes really get off on having power over women through their finances. Some men really enjoy that. And if that's your thing and that's what y'all have figured out, then, you know, let that be that. So I guess ultimately, what are we saying here, babe, about gender roles? I guess we're saying that we do believe in gender roles. Mm-hmm. That's how we feel. I do believe that a woman should be cooking and cleaning. Sorry, ladies. I'm also a feminist, but I do enjoy those things, so that's how I feel. I'm not saying that a man shouldn't do those things. Yeah. I'm saying that.
I mean, I like to provide. I like to do most of the time. But I also would like a woman to be
able to do it on her own. You shouldn't be depending on each other for it. Exactly. And you should be willing to switch if necessary. You should be willing to trade off if necessary. Mm-hmm. And you should be willing and ready whenever, if the roles have to be intertwined. Yeah. So we believe in gender roles, but we don't believe that it's the end of all ends if it doesn't go strictly boy rules, strictly girl rules. So if you like this, don't forget to subscribe, hit that like button. We're gonna be here on and over again with different topics, so make sure y'all check out the Fire Love Pod. We're also on Instagram at the Fire Love Pod. Individually, you can find me at Doc McDonald's. Where can they find you, babe?
Wow, you can find me at Golden Ear. So instead of spelling ear, you put the number 3AR.
There it is. And we're the Fire Love Podcast.
Yeah. Hey.
It's my shot. Hey. It's my rider. It's my own.
Hey.
Face when I count it.